Retired optometrist accusing actress Gwyneth Paltrow of causing a ski crash back in 2016 took the stand to describe life-altering injuries. Terry Sanderson said the Oscar winner and lifestyle entrepreneur sent him, quote, absolutely flying down the slope. Paltrow is denying the allegations, saying the 76-year-old is the one who actually ran into her. Joining us now is defense attorney and legal analyst Jonna Spilbor. Jonna, always good to see you. Thanks for joining us. This has just been a back and forth. Both sides have conflicting stories about what happened. Somebody obviously is not telling the truth here. Is there a point where this just becomes a he said, she said case?
Oh, we are already there. That's exactly what this case is. And it's interesting because when you have a credibility contest, if you will, a he said, she said, it doesn't help the plaintiff here that the she part of the she said is a famous actress that is probably admired by most people in that courtroom. That said, it's interesting because, you know, neither one of these parties technically has to be lying. And the reason I say that is they are remembering what they remember. And sometimes when an event like this happens, you have a memory that's different from somebody else's memory and you believe it. But obviously they both can't be correct, right? One of them plowed into the other. So I think it's going to come down to whether the jury, whether they believe Gwyneth Paltrow's version or whether they believe the plaintiff, Terry Sanderson's version. But there have been some very interesting pearls that have come out in this trial, such as the plaintiff was basically blind in one eye and had impaired vision in the other when this happened. If you're a juror and you got to say, well, wait a minute, maybe he just didn't see her. These are facts that they're going to contend with when they decide who's going to win this case.
And interesting to see what this ruling will be when there's no, it doesn't seem like there's any evidence, certainly not video evidence of this happening. Sanderson was asked on the stand about how he felt about the collision involving a celebrity. If we could listen to that sound first and then I'll get your take.
Did you think it was cool to collide with a celebrity?
Absolutely not. That is not who I am, no.
You have said this in your deposition, true? So the words, I'm famous, this is my question, seem to say, I think it's cool that I had a collision with a celebrity. Was that your thinking at the time? And your answer was yes, I guess, yes.
Yikes. Jonna, what does that testimony mean for Sanderson?
All right, it could be bad because, I mean, look, if you're not a celebrity, you bump into a celebrity and you have an accident, you probably are going to think it's cool. What's going to matter is if the jury thinks he's maybe trumping up his pain, his suffering, his damages because she is Gwyneth Paltrow and not John Q. Public, right? She herself is a deep pocket. So did that inspire him to instigate this lawsuit? And that's also going to be very real for the jury when they decide who is telling the truth in this he said, she said contest. Because here's the other thing quickly, you know, personal injury comes down to two things, liability and damages. If the jury doesn't believe Gwyneth Paltrow is liable, they're not even going to get to the money part.
Right.
That goes along. So that's the first thing that they're going to have to contend with. If they don't get past it, he's not going to see a dime. And she won't either. You know why? He probably doesn't have a deep pocket. She's suing for her attorney's fees. Even if she wins, will she see a dime? My guess is no.
Yeah. And you know, a judge originally tossed out a lawsuit from the 76-year-old accuser for over $3 million. So this trial is now for $300,000. In your eyes, what does that say about this case?
Well, it says that his damages claim has been gutted, but it also says, why didn't this case settle? In the real world, cases like these settle out of court all the time. You don't get these kind of trials. So somebody here is being unreasonable, or there is a real proof problem. And it could be a little bit of both, but that's what it says. His case has really been gutted, and this is probably going to end up as a wash for both of these parties.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people too. One of my last questions to you, you know, in his testimony, Sanderson was, he was unable to fully recount what happened. Does that look like a story not adding up or a result of he's claiming that these are life-altering injuries? How do you see that?
Look, this thing happened 7 years ago, number one. And even though that's so interesting, because he's claiming he had traumatic brain injury, but he looks pretty okay to me, and he's got to look pretty okay to the people in the jury box, too. He seems to be retelling his story. He seems to have recall. He looks healthy, even though he didn't show up for the first couple days of trial. So, when a case is 7 years old, it is hard for people to remember exactly what happened. They are going to remember what they believe, and what they believe is what they've told themselves for the last 7 years.
Yeah, I know a lot of eyeballs have been on this case, but I'm interested to see how much more of an appetite America has for this one. Jonna Spilbor, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.